It's been a massive 2015 and it's all about to get a little bit bigger. It's the Group 1 Sale Cup on Saturday night. I'm joined by Simone Fisher to once again preview this Group 1. And Simone, big night of greyhound racing, Boxing Day evening. It's all about to happen in Sale.
It is, James, run over the 650 metres, the only Group 1 Country Cup, $75,000 to the winner, and we always have a huge crowd at Sale, and what an interesting race we've got this year.
Indeed, always plenty happening on and off the track, and it's the only Boxing Day sale to get to. There's no doubt about that, I must say that. Starting with the box draw now, one Come On Fantasy, 37.93, flew home to beat Full On Bling, draws box number 1 in the Group 1 Sale Cup.
Lithgow Panther, a recent finalist in the Bold Trees, will have no trouble with the 650 metre distance.
And greyhound number 3, Ring the Bell, fastest heat qualifier, 37.61.
Burbsky Fever, she won the Bold Trees just recently, a big run from her.
No Donuts, impressed at his first 650 at Sale, showed a good turn at bid race pace in a 37.69.
Crichton Vale was its first start at Sale, but a huge run from this greyhound.
Full On Bling, he can be up and down, and Connections will be hoping he's all up on Saturday night.
And Lady Toy contesting her 9th Group 1 race in the Sale Cup final.
Of course, Simone reserves, bells are ringing, Spring Trail, that's the field. 4 heats, 1 final. So many good races throughout the heat, so many competitive races. I mean, we look at Come On Fantasy. She got so far back in the run. As Full On Bling took the lead turning for home, she made that railing run, and by gee, she finished quickly.
She did, and I think she looks very well drawn off the red here, James, in the final. She was a recent finalist in the Hume Cup and also the Bold Trees. Like you say, a big run. It was her second look at the track, and she can begin at times.
Indeed. Ring the Bell now. This is probably the interesting runner of the race, I feel. He's an $8.50 chance on fixed odds currently. Fastest heat qualifier. Now, in the heat, he pinged away, but it was his mid-race pace that was a concern.
It was. He had Texas Titan, who's not a real 700-metre dog, come over the top of him in the middle of the race, and then he bounced back again. So he showed that he's got the strength at the end, but I'm just a bit concerned if he has that lull mid-race in the final.
Yeah, with the good dogs around
might
him.
have a few, it's a real step up in class for him is probably what we're trying to say, and having a few of these more seasoned dogs around him might be a real challenge.
Now, No Donuts was the other of the heat winners, showed a terrific turn of mid-race pace, set up a big break on them. He was coming back to Lithgow Panther at the end, but look, he's bound to find a bit of improvement between the runs.
A good run from him. He was only a length outside best of the night. He has won over the middle distances in the New South Wales provincial regions, and it was his first start at the track, so there could be some improvement from No Donuts.
Yeah, and number, of course, 6, Crichton Vale. I thought he was really impressive in the heat. His turn of pace mid-race was what caught my eye. And the fact that up the home running, Burbsky Fever was off his back there to pounce, but he kept digging in, he found the line. I thought that was impressive.
I think so too, but I also think Burbsky Fever, perhaps the 650 is a bit short for her.
Well,
she does get a long way back. So
she saw it in the Bold Trees, didn't she? She come
right.
from last. It was the last 50 she made her run, so there's a big chance the 650 could be too short.
But still a huge run from her though.
Big support card as well at Sale this week, and starting with selections now. How do you see it? It is a really, really tough race.
It is a tough race, but sticking with the 4 inside boxes, I'm putting Come On Fantasy on top for Joe Borg. I think this greyhound's overdue to have a bit more luck in a group race final over number 2 Lithgow Panther, who was in the Bold Trees like I mentioned earlier, and I think he's well drawn here. Comes off 2 recent 595 metre wins at Sandown and has been a very consistent chase. Has been in the money 40 times out of 55 starts. Number 4 Burbsky Fever, I don't think I can leave her out, although I don't want her to get too far back in the race, James. And number 3 Ring the Bell, if it can put that early pace forward like it did last start in the heat, I think it could be in there with a place chance. So my numbers are 1, 2, 4 and 3.
Yeah, well, look, Simone, I'm going a little bit different this time. I'm tipping number 6, Crichton Vale. I remember when this greyhound first started racing well over 12 months ago, he really caught my eye in a couple of races at Horsham, and he just looks like a nice stayer on the up. He was impressive holding off Burbsky Fever. I've gone 6 ahead of 4, then the 2, followed by the 3. For second, number 4, Burbsky Fever. Look, there's no doubt she's going to find it too short, but if she happened to get a good run through at the first corner, she'll be powering through the line. Lithgow Panther, the Sir John Dillon Memorial win was sensational at Sandown, and I just think he's really well suited at 650. Struggles at 700, 600 is probably a shade too short. This is perfect for him. Then number 3, Ring the Bell. I think if he happened to lead, run a race in front, he is massive value.
And I think the whole crowd will be cheering for the hometown favourite of number 3, Ring the Bell.
Indeed, and of course, something a little bit different on GRV Extra this time. Simone, we're putting out a suggested bet for the Sale Cup, $20 exotic. What are you playing with the $20?
All right, I've tried to not to be too technical, James. I'm taking a box quinella here with the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. That will cost you $20 and give you a 200% return. Let's hope it is a good return.
Well, it might be. Look, if you happen to get a ring the bell with no donuts, the quinella's sure to pay $20 or $30 and you'll be tripling your money. So that might be the way to play. Look, for mine, I'm going a trifecta. I'm tipping numbers 2, 3, 4, 6 to win. For second place, 2, 3, 4, 6. And for third, I'm going numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 for $20, 41.66% of the dividend, and hopefully will end us with a little bit of cash in the pocket. But Simone, if you don't happen to snare the trifecta, there's still plenty to keep you entertained at sale on Saturday night.
There always is. You can watch the T20 Big Bash. It starts at 4 p.m. One lucky person will get to spin the wheel for $10,000 in cash. There's a giant slide, carnival rides, bull riding, live music. No better place to be. No better place to be, that's for sure. That sale this Saturday night, $75,000 to the winner. Group 1 event. It's the biggest Boxing Day sale of all.